Did you know that the 16 Psyche asteroid is worth an estimated $10,000 quadrillion? This massive space rock, located in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, is composed almost entirely of nickel and iron. It's like having a giant chunk of the Earth's core floating out in space. Scientists believe that studying Psyche could provide unprecedented insights into the building blocks of planet formation and the early solar system. Imagine the technological advancements we could achieve with resources from this one asteroid. When we think about the vastness of space, it's mind-boggling to consider all the celestial objects out there: planets, stars, galaxies, an endless expanse of mystery. But what if I told you that even our own planet, Earth, has a secret? It's true, Earth has a second moon. Now, before you grab your telescopes, it's not like the one we see every night. This one's called Cruithne, a quasi-satellite. Cruithne isn't gravitationally bound to Earth like our familiar moon. Instead, it shares Earth's orbit around the sun, following a bizarre horseshoe-shaped path. It's like a cosmic dance, with Cruithne weaving in and out of Earth's gravitational influence. So, technically, we're not a single moon planet. Speaking of incredible feats, let's dive into the depths of our oceans. Down there, in a world of darkness and immense pressure, lives a creature that defies death: the Turritopsis dohrnii, the immortal jellyfish. Imagine the ability to reverse your own aging process. When faced with starvation or injury, this jellyfish reverts its cells to their earliest state, becoming young again. It's like hitting the reset button on life. Now let's talk about the color blue. It's the color of the sky, the ocean, and many rare and precious things. But did you know blue is the rarest color in nature? How many truly blue animals or plants can you name? Not many, right? That's because there are very few naturally occurring blue pigments. Animals like blue morpho butterflies and blue jays appear blue because of how their structures reflect light. It's a trick of physics, not pigmentation. Nature is full of surprises. History is full of fascinating stories, but some of the most intriguing ones are often forgotten or overshadowed by grander events. Take the Great Fire of London in 1666, for example. This devastating fire ripped through the city, consuming everything in its path, but amidst the destruction there was an unexpected hero: cats. You see, back then, London was overrun with rats, and these rats carried a deadly disease, the bubonic plague. The Great Fire, as tragic as it was, wiped out a significant portion of the rat population, which in turn helped to slow the spread of the Black Death in England. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there can be unexpected silver linings. Now, let's fast forward a few centuries to the 1920s. Imagine a world where people were terrified of tomatoes. Yes, you heard that right. Back then, tomatoes were considered poisonous by many. They were called poison apples, and were believed to cause all sorts of ailments. It wasn't until an American farmer named Robert Gibbon Johnson decided to prove everyone wrong that the stigma began to fade. He stood on the steps of the Salem County Courthouse in New Jersey and ate an entire tomato in front of a crowd. People were expecting him to keel over, but guess what? He didn't. And thus the tomato's reputation was slowly restored. And for our final historical tidbit, let's delve into the world of espionage. During World War II, the British military came up with a rather ingenious and slightly unsettling plan: exploding rats. These weren't your average rodents, mind you. These rats were dead, their carcasses filled with explosives, and then strategically placed near enemy boilers and machinery. The idea was that the unsuspecting enemy would shovel the dead rats into the fire, triggering an explosion. It was a bizarre and surprisingly effective tactic in the high-stakes game of wartime espionage. Chapter 3. The world of science is a constant source of wonder and mind-blowing discoveries. It challenges our perceptions of reality and reveals the hidden intricacies of the universe. Take, for instance, the humble banana. We all know it as a sweet, potassium-rich fruit, but did you know that, botanically speaking, it's actually a berry? That's right. A berry, by definition, is a fruit that develops from a single ovary and contains seeds within its fleshy interior. Bananas fit this description perfectly. Strawberries, on the other hand, with their seeds on the outside, don't quite make the cut. Now let's talk about something a bit more personal: your body. Specifically, your body's ability to glow in the dark. Yes, you read that correctly. Humans, along with many other living organisms, emit a faint bioluminescent light. It's called biophoton emission, and it's a byproduct of our body's chemical reactions. Unfortunately, the light we emit is about 1,000 times weaker than what our eyes can detect. So, While we might not be visible to the naked eye in the dark, we're all essentially walking, talking sources of faint light. And here's a discovery that truly pushes the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Scientists have found a bacterium that can survive on pure electricity. This microbe, called geobacter, doesn't need sunlight or organic matter to thrive. It literally eats electrons, using them as its sole source of energy. This discovery has huge implications for our understanding of life itself, and could potentially revolutionize fields like bioremediation and energy production. Chapter 4. In today's technologically advanced world, it seems like we're on the cusp of a new discovery every day. But amidst the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to miss some of the more mind-boggling advancements and strange facts that surround us. Take, for instance, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Hidden deep within a frozen mountain in Norway, this vault acts as a kind of global insurance policy for humanity's food supply. It houses seeds from nearly every corner of the world, carefully preserved in case of a global catastrophe. It's a reassuring thought, knowing that even in the face of disaster we have a backup plan for our planet's biodiversity. And speaking of technology that connects us all, let's talk about Wi-Fi. This ubiquitous technology has become an indispensable part of our lives, but few people know its surprising origins. Believe it or not, the technology that makes wireless internet possible was born out of a quest to understand black holes. Astronomers, in their pursuit of these cosmic enigmas, developed techniques to detect faint radio waves from space. These very same techniques eventually formed the foundation for the Wi-Fi we use today. It's a reminder that even the most seemingly unrelated fields of study can intersect in unexpected and groundbreaking ways. And here's a paradox that highlights the strange relationship between human and artificial intelligence, the AI paradox. It turns out that tasks that humans find incredibly easy, like recognizing faces or understanding natural language, are incredibly difficult for AI to master. Conversely, tasks that we humans struggle with, like complex calculations or analyzing massive datasets, are a breeze for AI. It's as if our brains and machines are wired in completely different ways, each excelling in areas where the other falters. Chapter 5. We humans are a curious species, always striving to understand the world around us. But sometimes the most fascinating discoveries are found not by looking outward, but inward, at ourselves. Take fingerprints, for example. We're taught from a young age that our fingerprints are unique, a kind of biological barcode that sets us apart from everyone else. But did you know that your fingerprints can actually change? It's true. Certain medical conditions, chemotherapy treatments, and even manual labor can alter the ridges and patterns on our fingertips, sometimes permanently. It's a reminder that even the most fundamental aspects of our biology are not as static as we might think. And here's a fact that might make you squirm a little. Your body contains more bacterial cells than human cells. That's right. You are, in a sense, more bacteria than you are human. But before you reach for the hand sanitizer, it's important to remember that most of these bacteria are actually beneficial. They reside in our gut, on our skin, and in various other parts of our body, playing a crucial role in digestion, immunity, and overall health. It's a humbling thought, realizing that we share our bodies with trillions of microscopic organisms, all working together to keep us alive. And finally, let's talk about something that's just as unique as your fingerprint, but rarely gets the same level of attention: your tongue print. That's right. The pattern of ridges and grooves on your tongue is entirely unique to you. So, if fingerprints ever go out of style, maybe tongue scans are the future of identification. It's a reminder that our bodies are full of surprises, each of us a walking, talking collection of strange and wonderful facts.
First of all, what went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually...
And that's it for today's mind-blowing episode. Which fact surprised you the most? Tell me in the comments below. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share it with someone who loves random knowledge, and subscribe for more amazing content. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the incredible world around you.